Hello beautiful people, welcome to this YouTube video. What is happening?
She paid for his hair.
Honey, please.
You paid
welcome
for
to this YouTube video.
Welcome.
Jay Taina here. And I'm shooting with 24 Elders.
Sorry, I was going to introduce myself. Hi family, this is 24 Elders.
This is my husband for people who don't know us. Today, we're making a video on ways to build intimacy in your relationship, in your marriage, how to keep the intimacy strong and, unshakable. We're going to share some of our experiences as well. And, we'll kick off from there.
It looks so beautiful. I like it all.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah. You're welcome.
7 ways to build intimacy in your relationship. Number 1.
Keep your phone away when going to spend time with your spouse. Were you supposed to read that?
I was reading it so I could say it. Let's say it together. Keep your phone away when going to spend time with your spouse. It's such an important thing. Nowadays, people are always on their phones. And this, rips you off or reads you off of the opportunity to spend time with your spouse. I realized it when I'm leaving the room to go to our home studio to meet my husband where he's working. I realized how, going without my phone makes it like intentional. Like I'm actually listening to what he's making. You're interacting with him saying, oh, nice music. Oh, I like that sound, honey, right?
Apart from that, no, you actually just, because you're always there without your phone. So you're able to concentrate on what I'm doing and then to hype me always. Yeah. And you'll be like, that's the sound, that's the nice
So basically, because I'm the more phony one, I don't know if that's a word, because I'm the one who uses the phone the more, my husband can stay without a phone for a year. I'm not even kidding you.
Why though? Because everything I need is right here with me. So what am I using my phone?
So he doesn't use his phone. I have his phone most of the time to play my favorite game. Don't say the name, honey. But I realized that if I don't go with my phone, then I'm speaking to my husband more, appraising him for the work he's putting in, etc. So we will advise you not to go with your phone
when you're going to spend time with your spouse.
Yes.
In addition, there was that song that I shared with me on Instagram.
What song?
Phone is not a bad thing, but the way you use it can be
so
bad.
people made that song on that. So basically, that's not even the point. The point is that this social media takes a lot of our time. People that use iPhone, you can be able to see how much time you spend on Instagram. It's just too much. And then when you're building intimacy, you need to spend time looking. In fact, just spend time staring at her face. You're gonna start seeing things that you've missed out. Honestly, so it's very important to cut out. It's not only phone, even iPads, even computers, even TV. Switch off the TV, switch off every electronic devices around you. And begin to spend time. It builds intimacy, and we do that day to day. And as my wife mentioned, I barely use my phone, honestly, because I just love face to face and real things.
And for a couple who had long distance for a while, it was we had to be intentional about spending quality time with each other, because we had spent so much time on our phones. Be intentional about spending time with your partner. You always build intimacy. Number 2 is apologize on time. Do not keep a quarrelsome atmosphere, both when you are dating and when you finally get married. Let me give you guys an instance, a very solid instance. So a while back, because I'm very practical. So when I see some meals on social media, I want to make those meals. So I made one concoction one day.
So she made this food. I wouldn't say it was bad.
Because I never made it. Was oven food. I never made oven food.
Never made it, and then even the product we got to wasn't gold.
Was a bad product. So
she made it. It came out of the oven. Now, from I didn't tell you this. From when you started making it, I already had my doubts like this food. I'm not sure this is gonna come out nice. No. Right. I trust her cooking. I love her cooking so much. She's a really great cook. So this day was just that once in a year kind of day.
Yeah. So I made this bad meal and I gave 24. First time
and
he was very hungry, right? It was my first time making the food ever, and my last time making it. Served him the food. He didn't like the food, but he didn't want to tell me he didn't like the food, and I got offended. So I got angry, but I didn't make a scene though.
But the offense was more on my side. I left that to linger so long. I didn't apologize for not still appreciating your cooking, all the effort you put into it.
Me, I couldn't eat the food. The food was horrible. Now I spent the whole of Saturday. Saturdays are like our love day, everything. We spent that whole Saturday. That's the first time ever, actually. I'm actually so happy that we're actually sharing this story. God led us to share it.
Yeah.
The truth is, don't allow your relationship, carry so much bitterness and quarrel and anger and malice. No.
Yeah.
Spend the time that you have loving each other. Spend the time that you have forgiving each other. Forgive on time. When we were over video call, my husband and I, we never went to bed angry at each other. We never went to bed angry at each other because this is all we have. Like, we were very deliberate about not having a quarrelsome marriage. Like, we'll never have fights in our home. We said it and we wanted it and we worked towards it.
Yeah.
So that experience just made me understand that, whoa, I spent this whole Saturday wasting time when I could have just said, okay, honey, you couldn't eat the food, that's all right. Kiss me, peck me, and just forget it all. But no, I didn't do that. So ladies, you have to be, very careful, because we have this thing of being malicious. Don't do it with your husband. Be their friend. I always share with you guys how you can learn how to be your husband's friend from the Bible. How Delilah was telling them to cut something's hair. After they cut his hair, he lost so much power. She went back and he took her back. Honey, do you know? He actually took her back after they cut.
I thought it was just a one time.
No, he took her back.
She must be very good with her words.
She must be very good with her words, making him feel comfortable and everything. Men don't even have that strength to be carrying bitterness and anger, 24 was really working on his music. If I passed, he probably would have smiled at me and I didn't smile back, because they are not built that way, So let's not keep a quarrelsome.
Yeah, no, that day was just that.
And because we are learned through counseling, during counseling, not to keep horrible atmosphere.
And we didn't go to bed.
We didn't go to bed without sorting it out. I'm sorry. It's so easy to say. I don't know why. Say I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Apologize. Don't keep. That's how to build intimacy, because you literally spend every other day of your life loving each other, not feeling, bitterness. Oh, you didn't apologize. Oh, you didn't do this. Oh, you said that.
Also, in addition to that, the devil always uses all these things. It could be a little tiny thing that happened. The devil likes to use. He loves it when there's malice. He loves it when there's no intimacy. So let's always be on guard to sense those moments when you see that, okay, your wife has offended you or your husband has offended you. Let's quickly seize the opportunity to apologize straight away, because if that issue lingers for a day, 2 days, because I believe some couples go 3 days, a week without speaking, very dangerous and toxic. The devil loves that. So let's always still bear in mind that the devil is on the lookout for couples that do not want to resolve arguments, little arguments on time.
Number 3, it's more about your spouse, not you. It's more about your spouse, not you. Number 3.
I could just bracket this topic under sacrifice.
Yeah. Sacrifice, actually. Like, literally, when you go into marriage or relationship to please your partner, to just do anything that your partner makes your partner happy, it's easier. I know some people have difficulties doing sacrifice for their partner, because most partners are ungrateful. Some people take you for granted. So it's not about you, it's always about your spouse. Like, look out for ways to please your spouse. We understand that some people are so selfish. Some people don't say thank you when their partner does anything for them. All these things. What do you expect? Do you expect your partner to be happy? Let me tell you, ladies, let me tell you, women, listen to me. Do you know why married men like young single girls? It's very simple. Those single girls are more appreciative than their wives. Those single girls, if you buy them thingy, suya, they'll say, oh, thank you, even though they don't mean it. Women, we are actually very good at, acting. Let us act to our partners. If they buy me chocolate, you need to see me dancing. You think it was a car. I'm not even joking with you.
Love that. I really love that about my wife. She's so appreciative of any
Be
single
appreciative.
thing I do.
That's what it makes your partner even want to do more for you.
Yeah.
It makes your partner want to do more for you. And if you're a child of God, you know, if you praise God for his finger, you will see his hand. This God Almighty, he loves to be praised. Talk more of a human being who is putting in effort and you're not appreciating at all. How do you expect them to continue, trying to please you? I know this is more about sacrificing and, putting your partner first, but please make it easy for them to sacrifice to you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's built intimacy, because we're still speaking about intimacy.
Yeah.
So when you think about them, they say that, he really thinks about me, cares a lot about me. And then they, out of their heart, is what they want to do for you. So marriage is all about your spouse. So literally, you're saying, it's part of my confessions. I'm speaking to guys now. I have a daily confessions where I confess the things that I want to see happen to my life. And it's part of my confession that I put my wife first and I will give my life for her. It sounds very big, isn't it? It's true, I will.
The truth about marriage and all these things is, if you want to do it your way, it's best to just stay single and stay in your parents' house, stay in your house. You're supposed to do it God's way. God said that a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. And then he says the wife will honor the husband just how the church honors Christ. So if you're not honoring your husband, what are you doing? Just stay single. There's no point trying to do marriage as a feminist. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it the way that it is. I don't even want to take responsibility. I always say it. Who do I need responsibility for? So I'm deliberate about submitting to him so that he'll be the one God will ask, because I've done my part, which God has said I should do. So yeah.
Also, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo mentions this over and over, that marriage exposes things about you. So you might think as a single person that I'm very sacrificial, I love people, but trust me, when you get into marriage, that's when you know that you're actually someone that's not selfish. Because this is now the time that you don't even think about yourself anymore. You think more about that, spouse that you're with. Yeah. So this builds intimacy.
Give compliments and appraisal. We talked about it a bit, but let's dive into it. It's such an important thing to give compliments and appraisal. And that's why for ladies, I always say, you need to do your personal hygiene A1, because you need it. Your personal hygiene has to be A1 so that your partner can appraise you.
Yeah, this is where friendship comes in as well, because a good friend appreciates their friend.
Yeah.
So my wife's my friend, and anything that she does, I make sure I see them and let her know that, wow, this is really beautiful. She'll come to me and speak to my ear, and then I'll be like, your breath smells so nice. And then she's gonna, today's Sunday, and then she did this makeup. It's like, wow, look at that, superstar, I love that. I wasn't like this before, honestly. You could think you're so full of compliments. Wait until you get married. It has to be intentional. I wasn't like this before. I had to build it where I spot everything and make sure that I appreciate her for it. And oh my God, if you come into our house and spend just 1 second, I can guarantee you will hear up to like 10 thank yous. We say thank you to each other a lot, and we say you're welcome as well. So not that someone says thank you and I didn't say anything. Every time she says thank you, I'll be like, you're welcome, baby. So those are compliments. So learn how to be so appreciative of your wife.
You don't want somebody in the office to appreciate your husband more than you do, and you don't want someone in your office to appreciate your wife as more than you do. Please appreciate your wife the most, more than anybody in the world. More than anybody.
We have to, because it's a scripture in the Bible that talks about watering your wife with the word. Yes. So we have to literally, like our wives, they have to be profusely watered with word of affirmation and word that complements them. So I learned more from the scripture as well on how to sweet talk my wife and how to compliment her for everything.
Such a beautiful way to build intimacy.
Yes.
Like you will literally find yourself not being able to live without your partner. Let me tell you guys something. After we met for the first time, because we had not met till he came to Nigeria and proposed to me, and he spent 3 weeks with me in Nigeria. When he went back, I couldn't leave again, because we literally, I've never been able. I always tell him I don't miss people over the phone. Until I met him in person, I couldn't live without him. You don't understand. We were so close.
At the airport, oh my God, come see some ocean eyes. A lot of tears.
honey, I'm gonna deal with you.
She was crying so much. I was like, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back, okay?
Everybody at the airport, they were watching film. And he actually forgot about this. Do you know what happened when I got home? My mom told me that your husband is lucky. You that you don't used to love. I said, for my mother to tell me this, she knows her daughter. I couldn't live without 24 because we were so close as friends. Like every time I pass the hotel where he stayed, I'll be crying. Because I pass the hotel to church, I'll be crying. Like that's how your partner should not be able to live without you. It doesn't matter the temperament. Because of how much you guys are friends, you will always build intimacy. The intimacy.
And in addition to that, we had built friendship online, on the phone for so long, and then imagine just spending 3 weeks together.
Yeah.
It was, because we had been friends anyway. So now doing that friendship face to face.
Yeah, when there was no church during COVID, my husband and I will have service. We're friends then. We'll be praising. He'll be dancing.
Exactly.
He'll be dancing what I don't understand.
So
I'll be
bringing
doing like
that
this.
to life, bringing that to life face to face. So it's something that you don't want to go, you don't want to finish.
Yeah.
So, crazy. Our relationship is so emotional, so emotional. It's a lovely.
Today I actually saw a video about how a man who can connect with his strong side, his honey. Please remind me of that video.
You sent to me speaking about how a man can connect with his masculine and his feminine side. The masculine is more of the bold.
Don't be saying a feminine, no, please.
But that was what the video mentioned, but it's not like a female, but it's talking about
like their emotional side.
Yeah.
Because most times all we've seen is men who are just men, not if you're crying, they'll say, why are you crying? But you can build yourself to actually show care. You can build yourself to actually show love.
So you can be in tune to your emotional side as well as a man, be emotionally intelligent.
Yes, everybody needs emotional intelligence. Number 5 is having shared activities. We can't even tell you how powerful this one is. You need to have shared activities with your partner. For instance, we love to cook together. He's very good at cleaning. I love cooking. So what we do is, as I'm using the knife, I'm passing it into the sink. He's washing it. He's washing the chopping board. And we're talking, laughing, or playing music.
Yeah.
So look for activities that you love to do. We love to bathe our son together. We love to
bathe together as well.
We bathe together.
What's that, Jesus? Say it out loud. We bathe together. I scrub her back. She scrubs, man. Now it is. We love to do that. There's a lot of activities that you can do with your spouses. Yeah. So we have loads that we do. We pray together as well. That's an activity.
That spiritual activity number 1. We've been doing that since day 1 that we became friends.
Yes.
And we fast together as well every day in the week. We started that when we were dating.
Fast together.
And we're still doing it till now.
Yeah.
Shared activities are so important.
These are means to connect more to your spouse.
My husband likes to take me out on dates. I don't like to go out. I'm a homebody. But because I want to, please him and make him happy, you see me wearing my nice dresses.
Because we have to see outside. You have to see the outside. Let's go around. Let's drive around.
And he always shares with me how, obviously, when we're on dates, he feels like he's just meeting me for the first time because I don't disappoint. I don't. Honey, do I disappoint with how I look? No. So going on dates too has also helped us. He wants twice a week dates. I want
twice a month.
I want once a month. He's the one paying, so that's all right.
Yes, and even speaking of dates, it's not really about how much you spend. You could go out to a different park to just go view ducks, go view birds. That's a date, honestly. So it's just literally going out.